Hi everybody, welcome to the midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Shelley and this is the Soulful Tarot channel. Just a massive thank you also to all of those of you that have come over from Nikki Allen. She very kindly shouted my name out again, which honestly my jaw dropped to the floor. So thank you so much to Nikki Allen and to everybody that's joined as a result of Nikki's recommendation. And even if you haven't as a result of Nikki's recommendation, I'm still very grateful. Right, let's get on with the reading. This is the usual 4-card spread, past, present and future energies. And we're going to start off with Aries. Okay, Aries, we are timestamping you at 0042. Welcome, Aries, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And before I start the reading, just a massive thank you to those of you that have joined the channel in the last 48 hours, 2 or 3 days since Nikki Allen very kindly mentioned my name, which is jaw-dropping, I can tell you. Anyway, let's get on with this. So let's start the reading for Aries. Your past energy, Aries. 4 of Pentacles, your present energy, 9 of Wands. Your future energy is Temperance. And what they'd like you to embrace more of is the Death card. Okay, so 4 of Pentacles is the card of stability, financial stability. It can also be the card of keeping things quite close to your chest. Now, this can be about your finances too, but it can also be that you're feeling like you're a little bit closed off to any offers, financial offers, or anything coming in. It's like, no, I'm quite happy, thank you, I'm quite stable. You know, it can be, I'm not always keen on the 4 of Pentacles. Yes, 4s offer stability, but sometimes with the 4 of Pentacles, you can feel like you're a bit too financially focused. You know, he's not letting go of those pentacles for love nor money. And this kind of closes you off to opportunities, or it can do if we think, you know, oh, I can't afford that. It's a bit of a lack mindset here. The 9 of Wands is how you're sitting at the moment, which possibly could be why you've been in the 4 of Pentacles energy, because this is the card of, gosh, this is really hard work. How much longer is this going to go on for? Now, it's 1, so it can be to do with work, but it's however it resonates, whatever aspect of your life you can resonate with this. But this is the card also of don't give up, you're nearly there, because the 10 is the ultimate goal here. But, you know, you can see here at the moment, he's feeling shattered. He's trying to spin all the plates all at once. The advice of this card, if you want it, is put barriers up, learn to say no, and delegate. Now, Temperance is your card that you're stepping into, which is very nice, actually. This is the card of patience. And it's like here, you are continuing doing what you're doing. You're not giving up, because I feel like you know that there's a compromise to be had, or that a resolution is on the cards, so to speak, because Temperance is about, you know, you can see they're trying to balance 2 energies, 2 situations, and they're just waiting for it to come to a harmonious outcome. So you are being very patient here, Aries, which the Aries that I know, that would be very testing. Now, what they'd like you to embrace more of is the Death card. And this is like not putting up with things. And again, putting boundaries up and saying no when you need to say no. What that does is then it opens up more opportunities. It gives you a better insight to things. Okay, let's do a clarification on the Temperance card. What are you being very patient about? And yeah, maybe there's a compromise to be had here. Oh, 3 of Cups. I like this. This is like, oh, okay. It's like this resolution. You're stepping into the energy of, I can find a resolution here. I will make it work. And the 3 of Cups, maybe it's to do with some friendship circles perhaps, but it's actually making you step into quite a celebratory, successful energy too, around friends also. Again, maybe there's a group of friends that you are being very patient with, or maybe they're being very patient with you, Aries, too. Let's have a look. I'm very drawn to the fact with that 4 of Pentacles, I wonder if it's connected to work colleagues here with this 3 of Cups. It's about being very patient around other people. I feel like you feel like there is a resolution to be had with perhaps something that's going on in the workplace or people around you with that 9 of Wands, and they are making you feel absolutely shattered. And so, I don't know, I just feel like you are going to have to be saying to somebody, right, you know, if you do this and I'll do that, and then everybody's happy. That's what that makes me feel. Right, we're finishing off on a energy oracle card, and you've got the Angel of Balance. This is about, yeah, what is needing balancing in your life. This is your focus also for the week. What needs to be balanced? You've got the angel, you've got the card of balance here in your reading. So I hope you enjoyed that, Aries. Let me know how it resonates. Do check out your moon and rising signs. And don't forget to check out your readings at the weekend. Thank you for being here. Okay, we're moving on to Taurus. So Taurus. Let's have a look. Taurus. And we're time stamping Taurus at 05:58. Welcome, Taurus, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you for being here. My name is Shelley. Welcome to all the new subscribers, by the way, especially the ones that have come over. Not especially, I'm just grateful for all of you. But Nikki Allen very, very kindly gave me a shout out last week or Sunday, whenever it was, when I listened to it. My jaw literally dropped to the floor. I had friends messaging me going, Nikki Allen's mentioned you. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So thank you so very much. I hope I don't disappoint you. Right, okay, let's have a look for Taurus. This is a 4-card spread, your past, your present, your future energies. And, oh, we've got a turner. We've got several turned over. That's not a good start. And what they would like you to embrace more of. Let's do one more shuffle on that for Taurus. Okay, thank you. Past energy for Taurus is the Empress, sitting currently as, ooh, like that, 9 of Pentacles, strong cards. 10 of Swords is what you're stepping into, your future energy. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Knight of Wands. Now, the Empress, do you know what, Taurus? Wow, talk about really finding your confidence here to sit in your own power, confidence, knowing that things are working out. That's what the Empress does. This is the card of new birth, giving birth to new ideas, but also being really having a lot of self-worth about yourself too, not putting up with crap anymore. The Empress has a lovely, soft energy, but at the same time, look how she sits back and just like, yeah, I know this is going to work out. There's a lovely confidence to her. Now you're standing as the 9 of Pentacles. This is, you know what, can't touch me, mate, because I'm quite independent. And I quite enjoy it this way too. This is whatever this Empress energy is giving you. It's giving you also a bit of financial independence to do what you want to do when you want to do it because you deserve it. It's also about recognition about your self-worth too. I absolutely love this. What great cards. It's about you being able to spend the money that you've worked very hard for. And there's a very strong sense of pride here too, Taurus. Now, the 10 of Swords is what you're stepping into. These cards are quite reflective because the sun is shining. So I'm trying to not make it too bright. Now, the 10 of Swords, but I want you to see the card. Is that better? Down a bit, up a bit. 10 of Swords is about putting an end to very, very stressful times. It's like you're coming to a resolution here. No more crap, no more putting up with stressful situations. You know, this is the card for me. It's like, I want to say, stick a pin in me, I'm done. But at the same time, it's a 10, it's an ending. And what comes after the 10, we roll back around to the Ace of Swords, which gives you mental clarity. Even if this is upsetting and stressful at the time, it will feel like you're looking back and you think, well, that was a blessing in disguise, actually. That was a, what do you call it? A lucky escape. Now, the Knight of Wands is what they want you to embrace more of. The Knight of Wands is a lovely energy. The Wands energy is the fire in your belly, spontaneous. Knight of Wands is somebody that is really, yeah, as I say, off the cuff, vibrant, really determined to reach a goal here. Let's have a look. We are going to just clarify that Empress because I like to clarify the majors. Okay, the Empress, oh, King of Swords is also clarifying the Empress. Wow, it's like you've received some sort of communication, documentation, information, if you like, from a King of Swords to give you this Empress energy. This is backed up by knowledge. So when we have knowledge, knowledge is power. And this is exactly what you've got here, a real powerhouse that you have recently coming out of. This is what you've experienced recently. Because the King of Swords for me is very much the card of the the judge of the deck for me. You know, he makes decisions based on fact, not on his heartfelt opinions. It's literally, you know, making lists, advantages and disadvantages. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love that for you. Okay, Taurus, you honestly, I do feel like you went through a little bit of a rocky patch about 6 months, even 4 months ago. But since then, it's just like you're building stronger and stronger. Okay, we're going to finish on an energy oracle card for Taurus. What do we have? Oh, we have all tied up. I don't believe you are, though. I think this is what you're leaving in the past too, because all tied up usually makes you feel like you're still tied to somebody or something. You know, when you feel loyal to something, maybe that's what your Ten of Swords is. Perhaps that's what you're putting to an end. You know what? Because they can make you feel very, very guilty for not staying with them, or for leaving a workplace, for instance, because you've been there so many years and they rely on you. The all tied up card is very much, for me, it's like the Eight of Swords, you know, when you keep talking yourself out of things because you feel, again, that you can't move forward or backwards because of your mindset, really, because you think perhaps it's worse than what it really is if you actually gave it a go. Does that make sense? Especially with that Knight of Wands energy. It is, Taurus, give it a go. See where you're at. See where you get. Right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Let me, don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs. And yeah, see you at the weekend. Thank you as always for being here. Right, we're moving swiftly on to Gemini. We're not doing anything swiftly this week, though. That is the readings. I feel like I need to say loads and loads. Okay, let's have a look. Gemini, we're time stamping you at 11:52. Welcome, Gemini, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is a 4-card spread for your past, your present, your future energies, what they'd like you to embrace more of. And very quickly, before I start the reading, welcome to all the new subscribers that have joined over the last 2 or 3 days, especially those, not especially, because I'm grateful for everybody, but Nikki Allen actually gave me a shout out, and I know that a lot of you have come over from her channel. So thank you very much, Nikki Allen, and thank you very much for all the new subscribers, and obviously for the current subscribers. Right, let's get on with your reading, Gemini. Okay, past energy for Gemini. Queen of Swords, yes. Queen of Swords is, or Swords is the suit for Gemini. What do we have here? 10 of Swords. Oh, 9 of Swords. That's how you are at the moment. Coming up, oh, 3 of Wands. Bit of a break there for you, Gemini. You'll be pleased to see. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the King of Swords. Ooh. Okay, Queen of Swords. Okay, so your past energy is the Queen of Swords. Now, whether this is you being very decisive, very outspoken, very assertive, the Queen of Swords, there's no blurred lines. She knows exactly what she wants. She cuts off people that do not serve her. Or maybe somebody's been like that around you. Because however it's made you feel, at the moment, you're sitting as the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords is, you know, things whirring around in your head at 2 o'clock in the morning when you wake up. Is there some sort of regret going on here too about what has been said? Or is there a regret that you didn't say more to come back at this Queen of Swords? Now, the 3 of Wands is what you are stepping into. And I just feel like with these two energies here, for some of you, you're like, you know what, I ain't putting up with that crap. I can go and do something bigger and better anyway. This is a lovely broadening the horizons card, having a bit of a fire in your belly and thinking, yeah, do you know what? There's bigger, better things out there to concentrate on, and looking at the direction and what you want to go in. I do feel like that Queen of Swords, if it's you, it's given you the confidence to get to leapfrog over to that 3 of Wands. But as I say, the 9 of Swords at the moment, I don't know if you're thinking, oh gosh, what have I said? Or, oh my gosh, what have they said? But there's very much a communication thing going on here. Now, the King of Swords is what they want you to embrace more of. The King of Swords would look at something very logically, and he would say, look, don't surmise, don't jump to conclusions. Let's look at the facts of the matter here. Let's take it from both sides, advantages, disadvantages. Let's make lists. Let's, as I say, look at the real evidence of a situation and make a logical decision based on that, and based on that alone, not on your heartfelt ideas. Right, let's see. We're going to finish on a these are the energy oracle cards for Gemini. Oh, there we go. We've got Happy Family. Now, Happy Family very much is like the 10 of Cups in the tarot. And when we get to the 10 of Cups in the tarot, it's a reminder to say what fills your heart. You need to be fulfilling your heart's desires in order to get and reach that happy family, that 10 of cups. You know what? There's a beautiful rainbow there to be had for you, Gemini. Yes, rainbows come after a storm, but there is a possibility there, and it's a number 4. It's all about stability. So I hope you enjoyed that, Gemini. Very quick one for you this week. Let me know how it resonates, and do check out your moon and rising signs, especially with these very quick readings. It gives you a little bit more of an insight to the messages. Okay, and I'll see you at the weekend, and thanks as always for watching. Right, let's go on to Cancer, and timestamp in Cancer at 15:33. Welcome, Cancer, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And before I start the reading, I just want to say a massive thank you to the new subscribers over the last 2 or 3 days that have joined, especially... particularly the ones, not especially or particularly, because I'm grateful for everybody, but yeah, I know that Nikki Allen did give me a shout out, and I was incredibly grateful and incredibly shocked when I heard my name mentioned. So a big welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you to those that continuously return to the channel each week. Right, let's get on with your reading, Cancer. Okay, so past energy, thank you for Cancer, is the Queen of Wands. I always say when I see the Queen of Wands, although typically wands are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, she does make me feel very related to Cancerians. We have the Two of Pentacles, what you're standing at or you're sitting in at the moment, and what you're going to be stepping into, is the Fool card. Now, what would they like you to embrace more of is the Devil energy. So the Queen of Wands, it's as you being very bold, very brass, very confident, you know, having a really high energy about you. She's absolutely gorgeous, the Queen of Wands. You know, she doesn't give 2 hoots what she looks like, who thinks what of her. I always liken this to a member of the family who she's absolutely beautiful, stunning young lady who thought nothing of getting in front of a whole hall full of parents dressed up like the Grinch to do a dancing competition with her daughter while all the other parents are dressed to the nines in their dance outfits. You know, this is the Queen of Wands. She's the epitome of the Queen of Wands, and I do hope she's watching because she'll know who I'm talking about here. But yeah, the Queen of Wands, she's vibrant, she's got positivity. So this is what you're stepping out of. You're actually sitting as the Two of Pentacles at the moment, Cancer, and it's like, oh, okay, there's a bit of also, what I'd like to mention, she's also her own boss. So the Two of Pentacles could be, there might be a financial situation at the moment where you're having to like juggle one account to another account, or reconsidering some financial decisions that perhaps have been made in the past. Maybe, you know, it's just to save up for something, however it resonates, but it's also can be about reprioritizing your time, your money and your energy into what you're doing at the moment. But you are stepping into the Fool energy. So this is definitely paying off, whatever you're doing here. Sorry about the reflection, but the sun is out. And the Fool energy is very much about, let's wipe the slate clean. Let's do something really spontaneous that I wouldn't normally do. Really exciting energy. It's a 0. It's like starting a new journey. You're stepping into a new world, if you like, new realms of what you wouldn't normally do. Maybe you're really pushing yourself outside your comfort zone here too. Exciting, beautiful energy. It is trusting the universe and taking a leap of faith. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Devil. Now, it might mean that you have done some shadow work just recently, Cancer, and well done if you have. I feel like I'm going through a little bit of that at the moment. And yeah, it's hard work. So keep embracing that, keep doing that, looking within. Who isn't serving you at the moment? What isn't serving you at the moment? What do you feel loyal to, or who do you feel loyal to? Not out of love, but because you feel guilty for not doing what they want you to do, or what your shadow side wants you to do. You know, it's like having the angel and the devil on your shoulder. So continue doing that. It can also tell you to, let's look at, you know, are there some bad habits that perhaps you've gotten into? That you can actually remove those chains from. You can see those guys are chained there, but they don't actually, they're not tied up. They can literally just remove those chains. So yeah, interesting. Could be work colleagues. Are you surrounding yourself with, you know, you keep putting up and putting up? No, let's do more work on your shadow side there. Little realizations going on a daily basis, I think, for you, Cancer. Right, let's finish with an energy oracle card for you, please, and thank you for Cancer. One more. Thank you. And we have contract. Now, contract is also, you can see, got scales in it. You're sitting at the moment a little bit up and down, but look at this. Contract can mean an incoming contract, but it can also mean the scales are balancing for you and things are turning just and fair. So be patient with it. Especially with your devil work, with your shadow work, things are going to balance out for you, give you sort of just and fair decisions that you need to make, things coming in your favour. Very karmic card too. So I just want to say be patient, Cancer. It's happening for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I do beg your pardon. We haven't. I do like to clarify, that way, and that way, the majors. Do we clarify, I'll get it right in a minute. Do we clarify the Fool or the Devil? I think we should go for the Fool energy because it's a bit, that's exciting, isn't it? So what's this Fool energy you're stepping into here, Cancer? New beginnings, new horizons, new family. Who knows? Let's have a look. What do we have? Oh, Cancer, we have the Empress. Wow, I'm so glad I did this. Not only are you stepping into a new dimension, so to speak, and taking a leap of faith, you're doing it with absolute boldness, confidence. Look at the Empress. The Empress is the mother of the deck. So again, it can be, like I said, some of you are starting families here because she gives birth, but she also gives birth to new ideas and she trusts the universe. Very much so, especially with the Fool card too. So there is something here about you really being go for it energy, and just thinking, if it doesn't work out, I can do something else. This lovely, trusting energy there. Oh, love that for you. Contract could be marriage contract, like I said, for some of you too. So let me know how it resonates, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, especially when we are doing these quick fire readings, because they do offer a little bit more insight. Anyway, and don't forget to check out your weekend readings that come out at the weekend. Funny old thing. Right, Shelley, get on with it. Leo, we're coming on to Leo now. Beautiful. I saw the star card there for you, Leo. Right, okay, let's quick shuffle for Leo. And we are time stamping Leo at 22:23. Welcome, Leo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. What I will say before I started your timestamp was I actually looked up at 22:22, which is a lovely angel number. So do make sure you check that out. Okay, this is your 4-card spread, your past, present, future energies, what they'd like you to embrace more of, followed by an oracle deck. And first, before we begin, just a massive shout out to thank all of those new subscribers that have come over. Nikki Allen actually gave me a shout out again at the weekend, which was jaw-dropping, I have to say. Very humbling. So thank you so much for everybody that subscribes to this channel, new and old. Right, let's get on with this for you, Leo. Past energy, 6 of Wands, love that. Current energy, what do we have? The Hermit. Well, I'm not surprised, Leo, to be honest with you, because I do think that you've achieved an awful lot in a very short space of time lately. What do we have coming up? Oh, the 9 of Pentacles, soon coming out of that Hermit mode. Then we have the Page of Swords is what they'd like you to embrace more of. 6 of Wands is the card of victory, Leo. You've achieved a goal here. You're feeling very victorious. It's something that everybody else knows about too. So what this can relate to is, say, for instance, you've opened a shop, or you offer services that everybody else can see you're doing extremely well. You're being really in the spotlight for how good you are and your success. It's about passing goals, achieving goals, passing exams if you're still learning and educating, and everybody celebrating it with you because they can see how hard work you've put into it. This follows the 5 of Wands, which is about coming through a bit of a battle here. Love that. Now, the Hermit is how you're sitting at the moment. And as I say, I can't say I blame you, Leo, because you know what? It's really sensible. When we've gone through such an exciting but stressful times, we do need to step it back a little bit. Let's go within. Let's just have a little bit of me time to reflect. And yeah, make sure you reflect on your accomplishments too, Leo, because you have done incredibly well by the looks of it here. The Hermit encourages us to take one step at a time also. I just feel like it's a bit of a before you step straight back into that independent energy that you always have. Now, the 9 of Pentacles is like, right, okay, she's very much the card of independent earning, that maybe there's something coming up that you think, do you know what, the 6 of Wands now is really being successful. It allows you to enjoy the fruits of your labour. And also to, again, I keep going back to the Six of Wands. There's something that you are doing or you have done recently that you are using your particular skill set about, that also allows you to feel confident enough to, I want to say, take your foot off the gas a little bit too, because you've got this status now that you perhaps were manifesting, and you're stepping into that. Now, that is lovely because when we step into that energy, we attract the energy. So, oh, love that for you. Very much the card of, I will buy something for myself. I don't have to ask anybody for permission to do so either. You know, that really strong energy. Now, I'd like you to embrace more of the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about the card of curiosity. So there's some more information they want you to seek about something. I don't know if you've given up on, not given up, but thought, no, that way isn't my way anymore. There's something they want you to revisit something. Or perhaps you're waiting for the nod, some sort of communication to come in to do the next stage. And that's why you're sitting as the Nine of Pentacles too. I'd like to clarify that Page of Swords though. It's the investigator of the deck, the card of curiosity. And swords are communication. So there is something curious about, again, emails, letters, something that perhaps you're waiting on. Maybe that's the Hermit waiting for something too. It's funny because you've gone from the Six of Wands, which is completely in the limelight, to the Hermit, which is like, oh, that's enough now, until I build up again. Then I'll come out of my shell again. Page of Swords, though. What's the Page of Swords all about? Curiosity. And Ten of Wands. Okay, there is Ten of Wands is about end of burdensome times. It's like the uphill struggle that you've been having is now coming to an end. Are you waiting for some sort of communication, letter, confirmation of that from somebody or something? Ten of Wands is also the card of going back round to, in numerology, a 1, which is then your Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's some, it's like you're going from strength to strength here, but the Page of Swords, they're like saying, don't stop researching though. Add those strings to your bow. Knowledge is power. Keep looking. You know, when you think I'm satisfied now, it's like they're encouraging, no, you're not finished yet. You've got the Ten of Wands to go, you know. But I feel it's really encouraging because of that Six of Wands. You've been very successful. It's like they're saying, they're not allowing you to sit back on your haunches or whatever that saying is. But yeah, exciting, Leo. Right, let's have a look at your energy oracle card to finish this reading. What do we have? We have envy. Envy. Yeah, not a very nice energy to have. I can't see that you're envious of anybody here, Leo. More likely the opposite. And maybe that's why the Hermit is reflecting his light down onto this card, and they're also reflecting the light back up to that card. What I will say about the envy card is, you know what? Water off a duck's back, really, isn't it? Because when people are envious of you, it can be misconstrued. People think also envy can be spiteful, but it can also be that people are looking up to you and thinking, wow, how did Leo do that? That's amazing. I'd like to do the same. So you can take that two ways. You know, somebody they can be envious and eat them inside. We'll let them. But it's because you're successful at what you're doing at the moment, Leo. So congratulations. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, especially with these short, sharp readings. And I'll see you next week. Take care. And thanks as always for watching, Leo. Right, we're moving on to Virgo now. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. And we're time stamping Virgo at 29:10. So welcome, Virgo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you so much for being here. This is your past, your present, your future energies and what I'd like you to embrace more of. And just before I start the reading, a very, very quick thank you to all the new subscribers that have come over, especially as since Nikki Allen shouted my name out, which I have to say, didn't know. A friend messaged me and she told me to watch the video, and I thought, you know, that video really is appropriate for how I was feeling at the time. And then, oh my gosh, talk about cheer me up when I heard my name mentioned. So I thank you very much to Nikki and to all of her subscribers for also joining this channel. Anyway, let's get on with your reading, Virgo. What's your past energy, please and thank you? We have the Six of Wands. Now, you saw how much I shuffled that. Who just got that? Leo got exactly the same card in exactly the same position. What do we have? The Queen of Wands. No, the King of Pentacles. Completely the opposite is how you're sitting at the moment. Love that. Ace, oh my gosh, Ace of Wands is what you're stepping into. What would they like you to embrace more of? Yeah, here he comes, the King of Wands. I said he was there, didn't I? He wasn't, but he is now. God, you're not getting a break at all here, Virgo. It's all systems go. Six of Wands, this is you being very successful. The public seeing your success too. It's like people are seeing the hard work that you've put into a project is now paying off. Totally in the limelight here, you know, feeling very victorious, successful in achieving a goal. Yeah, absolutely love that for you. Sitting as the King of Pentacles at the moment, love that. Now that Six of Wands could have brought in some financial security for you, because the King of Pentacles, he is established. You know, you can see him sitting on his throne, very financially minded. It can be at the moment that you're seeking some financial advice also, because if he had a job, I keep wanting to call him the King of Wands. King of Pentacles would be a financial advisor, a mortgage advisor, somebody very high up in what, you know, to give you some very good advice. But as you're the energy of the King of Pentacles is being established, sticking to what you know, but adding a little bit of a string to your bow, and just feeling very confident. It can relate to housing, developments, and new projects coming up, because you've got the Ace of Wands that you're stepping into here, Virgo. And the Ace of Wands is all about a new fire in your belly, something that lights you up again. It could be a new job, a new location, however it resonates for you. Absolutely love this for you, Virgo. It's got growth and potential with it too. We always see the little sprouts off of that. It's a branch, really, the wands, you know, and that represents growth. You've got tiny little sprouts there. Love that. King of Wands is what they'd like you to embrace more of. I almost want to take a breather for you here, Virgo. King of Wands is very successful energy, being really in your own power as well, and making decisions with strength, resilience, but also people looking up to you too. So you're maintaining a status here also, Virgo. So whether you're starting a new job or moving to a different location, or whatever this Ace of Wands is for you, they're saying don't lose your confidence about it. You know, still be that person that everybody looks up to. You know, this King of Wands, he's entrepreneurial, he's charismatic, and can sell ice to an Eskimo. So I feel like they want you to keep that momentum going, Virgo, despite, you know, it probably is exhausting. But let's have a look. It's good exhausting, though. Let's get a energy oracle card out for Virgo, please, and thank you. What do we have? The Garden and the Gate. Oh my giddy aunt, you can't make that up. So the Garden and the Gate is very much the card of, sorry, it's a very shiny day today. It's a sunny day and the cards are really shiny. Excuse me. So you can see she's I want to say in between worlds here. She's very established here. She's got her beautiful garden there. She's established that. She's done that, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Now she's looking beyond that gate, which is, you know, needs developing, doesn't it? But because she's done it once here before, she knows she can do it again. She's got a key around her neck. She's just got to unlock that gate and open it, and it's all there for the taking for her. So I absolutely love that card for you, Virgo. Let me know how it resonates. Thank you so much for being here and for checking in. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too, because when they're very quick readings like this, they can definitely add more messages to your reading. Thanks as always, Virgo, and I'll see you at the weekend. Okay, who are we moving on to? The lovely Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Oh, let's make sure they went in the right way round. Yep. Okay, Libra. Oh, my giddy aunt. Ace of Swords. Oh, what is going on? Let's get you time-stamped and get your reading started. That's at 34:28. So welcome, Libra, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, what they'd like you to embrace more of. And before I start, just a massive thank you to all of the new subscribers that have joined just recently. And a massive thank you, as I know that a lot of you have come over from Nikki Allen's channel, who I'm feeling very humbled that she shouted out my name. So thank you so much. Anyway, and thank you to everybody that joins and always turns up every week. Right, let's get on with your reading. So we have got your past energy out. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Your current energy, Ace of Cups. Future energy is the Empress. Wow. What they'd like you to embrace more of is Judgment. Interesting. Nine of Pentacles. This is you, Libra, being very independent, very financially independent, and enjoying the fruits of your labour because you have worked very, very hard and nobody's going to tell you otherwise. Perhaps you're taking a little bit of time out from work, enjoying the time and energy that you have. It's also about you having a very specific skill set and really having a lot of self-worth about yourself. You know, maybe things have gone on in the past with relationship or with work, and you're actually like, nah, you know what, I'm all right on my own, thanks very much. No, physically, it might not mean you've actually left something, but there's something that you've kind of had, I don't want to say a snippet of energy about thinking, you know what, I'm worth a bit more than this. You know, if I want to buy that handbag, I'm going to go and buy that handbag or that aftershave. I don't need to ask anybody's permission. I've worked really hard for my money. And it's, yeah, so it's a lovely, great time that I feel like you've been able to, I don't want to say justify spending the money, but finally allowing yourself to have that self-worth to say that you deserve that. Now, Ace of Cups is what you're sitting at the moment, and I can only think with that Nine of Pentacles there, for a lot of you, this is, again, it's your self-love for yourself. You're sitting, I think you've had a little bit of a ta-da moment going on here, Libra, but the Ace of Cups can also represent new, fresh beginnings within your own heart and others. Perhaps it's opened you up to new friendships and relationships, sitting as that Nine of Pentacles. Perhaps you've met a new friendship group that are also in the same boat as you. Now, the Empress is what you're stepping into. This is going from strength to strength. The Empress is a beautiful energy, very in touch with the universe, knows that, you know, she's got great ideas. She trusts the universe that it's going to come. Quite a relaxed card, especially in this deck. Look how she sits back in all her glory. And it's like you're carrying on that Nine of Pentacles energy into that Empress energy. It's like you're building stronger and stronger and stronger to achieve what you really want. Something very heartfelt here too. Something that means an awful lot to you. Now, Judgment is what they'd like you to embrace more of. I feel what this is, Libras. The universe perhaps has given you a few nudges just recently. Maybe you've been ignoring them or not really taken on the signs and synchronicities. Because when we see Judgment, it is all about, you know, this is Archangel Gabriel with his trumpet of communication going, wakey, wakey, Libra. So it is like a revelation going on here that you can do it. It's a very big confidence about this, whatever this is about, your relationships, a job, whatever it is. And Judgment, yeah, it's about also finally realising it's your time to do this. You know, maybe the kids have grown up and left the nest. Maybe you have gotten out of a relationship that you felt tied to, but now it's like, no, now's the time to do it. It's not now or never. I don't want to say that, but there's something about the timing of this being now for you, Libra. And they'd like you to embrace more of that. Pay more attention to that, especially if you are getting your angel numbers and signs and synchronicities. Right, okay, let's have a look for you, Libra. We're finishing on an energy oracle card for you. And that one is poking out, and we have Door to Romance. Oh, Libra. Now, we have got the Ace of Cups in your reading. So it does look like there is definitely something you're embracing. More love, more friendships, a refresh. Even if you're with somebody and have been for many years, there's something, it can be like you're refreshing your relationship here. Perhaps because the Empress is stepping into something new. And that does give you that, I don't know, new you vibe as well as. So love that for you. Let me know how it resonates. Oh, I do beg your pardon. I do usually, let me just clarify. Should we do the Empress or Judgment? Let's do Judgment, actually, because the Empress, I feel, following the Ace of Cups into the Empress is, oh, beautiful energy. Judgment. What are we being woken up about? What do we need to pay more attention to? The signs and synchronicities, the downloads, the meditations, and yourself. You know what? Yourself. Listen more to what you really want. What do we have? Page of Pentacles. This is lovely, actually. The Page of Pentacles is a card of taking very practical steps towards your goals. So it's like I don't know if you haven't been, especially with the Empress, you're stepping into this new idea energy. They're saying be a bit more prepared for it, because you are going to, it's perhaps going to be a long-term commitment. You will need to refresh things perhaps. Page of Pentacles can also represent a very studious energy. You've got to learn something new, new skills maybe. Maybe you've been putting off doing a refresher course or something. Maybe you've been putting off thinking, oh my gosh, I've really got to open that bank account, ready for this to happen. You know, it's the practical steps to our dreams. You know, Pentacles are the down to earth energy, and we have got to come back down to earth to make this happen. So yeah, I love that for you. Let me know how that resonates for you, Libra. And don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, because when they're very short readings like this, it does add more content, if you like, to your message. Okay. And I'll see you at the weekend. Thanks as always for being here. We're moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio. And Scorpio, I'm going to timestamp you at 40:52. So welcome, Scorpio, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And I would just like to say a quick thank you to all the new subscribers that have joined in the last few days. Nikki Allen was very kind enough to shout me out on her channel. So if you've joined as a result of that, massive thank you to you, and a massive thank you to Nikki, obviously. I'm very humbled. And just to everybody anyway for joining and liking and subscribing. Right, let's get on with your reading. Scorpio, your past energy, what do we have? The Lovers. Your present energy is the Hanged Man. Your future energy, you're coming into the Tower. Oh, 3 major arcanas straight off the bat there. What are we wanting you to embrace more of? 4 out of 4 major arcanas here. Now, major arcanas are what they say. They are the major cards, if you like. They're big, wake up and sit up and listen cards, yeah? So big energies going on here for you, Scorpio. Now, we have the Lovers as your past energy. There is something about relationships and friendships here, passionate connections with somebody or something that perhaps, I don't know if it's worked out, if it hasn't worked out. However, it resonates for you. It's also about a Gemini, perhaps, for some of you, because this card is attributed to Gemini. And it's about choices that you've made. There's something, maybe you're reviewing some choices that you've made in the past to do with your connections, because you're sitting as the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is not rushing in here. What he's doing is he's taking a step back and looking at something from a completely different perspective. Now, this is also the card of, as I say, taking your time about something. It's not, you know, you're not being very spontaneous here, which, to be fair, what you're stepping into, it's like this is doing you the world of favours. You are, I think, at looking and reevaluating something here. Again, whether it's the Lovers, obviously, it looks like friendship, relationships, but it could also be a passionate connection to something that you really love, or a job that you really love. But the Hanged Man, you're sitting there, I don't know, reevaluating something. You're stepping into the Tower and you're making big changes. This is big change coming about. Again, because you've done this time, you've took the time to step outside the box and look at it from the outside in. It's giving you this energy of, yeah, perhaps it wasn't as stable as I thought it was. And maybe we need to do something about that, you know, because this is the card of big change. Yes, it looks like chaos. Yes, it looks like it's quite, you know, dramatic. But we do always learn from a Tower moment. And I know it's very easy for me to sit here and say it, but I can guarantee every Tower moment that happens in our lives that we will look back and always find a positive in it, because there is always a reason for it behind it. Now, we have what they'd like you to embrace more of. Wow, Scorpio, the High Priestess. They want you to trust your intuition far more than what you are already. I don't know if you're ignoring it, putting your head in the sand about something, but what powerful cards. Never had 4 majors out straight off the bat like this before. So big change going on here. Now, I do normally clarify majors. And I don't really want to clarify every single one of them, so I'm just going to do the one, and I think we should do the Tower. So let's have a look. Tower, why are you here for Scorpio, please, and thank you. And it's that good old cliche that, you know, Tower moments don't happen to you, they happen for you, which I always cringe when you hear that, but it is a fact, I'm afraid. You know, you think, oh, that's a bit cheesy, but when you look back, it's about growth. It's about change. And we don't grow unless we change. What do we have? Look at that, Ace of Swords. Don't you just love an ace with a tower moment? Gives you, whatever this is, has given you complete mental clarity. So that if there's a confusion with that Hanged Man, you're working it out for sure. You're making these changes that brings about, you know, focus, a clear-cut focus on something now. Truth of the matter as well, because the Swords suit is about our logic, our truth, our ideas, and our, you know, our mental, I wouldn't say stability, but, you know, we can have a very fuzzy mind sometimes. This is absolute, what's the word? E, begins with E, and I'm lost for words. Can't think of the word, but it's a nice clarity of mind going on here. It's you're very sure about this tower moment too. So when we see the Hanged Man followed by the tower, it's like, oh gosh, you know, is this unexpected? No, I don't think it is. This is you making sure that, you know, this is you wanting a new start of something, fresh mind going on here, and clarity, truth, and focus. So I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, we haven't finished yet. Oh my gosh. 4 majors and an ace. I mean, Scorpio, there's nothing bad about this. Is it going to be hard work? Possibly. But are you going to grow from it? Absolutely. Let's have a look, Scorpio. What do we have? Community. Beautiful card. This is about knowing your tribe and being around people that really lift you up and celebrate your success too. Maybe that is what this is about. You're leaving people that just don't serve you anymore. Because community is very much like the 3 of Cups. They celebrate the harvest together. It's like, you know, that lovely meme you see on Facebook where your friends just, you know, if your crown is slightly off, they don't flick it off even further. They just put it back again for you. I love that. This is like, you know, you've got the love and support of good friendships around you here too. Great cards. Let me know how it resonates, Scorpio. Have a wonderful week. And don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, especially in this reading. And in fact, I'm going to make sure I separate all those majors because they came out so together. Well, they didn't come out together because I was shuffling them, but, you know, amazing cards. So have a wonderful week. Let me know how it resonates. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs. Did I just say that? And your weekend reading. Have a wonderful week. Thank you as always for being here. Right, we're moving on to Sagittarius now. And we're time stamping Sagittarius at, oh, I can't get over Scorpio's reading. Sagittarius, you are 4736. Welcome, Sagittarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And before I start the reading, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all of those new subscribers who have joined in the last 2 or 3 days. Now, Nikki Allen was very kind enough to mention me in one of her videos, which absolutely blew my mind. Very humbling. So thank you if you've come over from Nikki's channel, and thank you anyway for being here to everybody. Okay, let's get on with Sagittarius reading. Now, if you've got Scorpio in your chart, I highly recommend you go and check out Scorpio. In the meantime, let's get on with yours. Okay, focus for Sagittarius is the 4 of Swords. Lovely. Sitting as the Hierophant. We have the Hermit as your energy that you're stepping into. And what they'd like you to embrace more of is that the King? Yes, the King of Swords. Now, the 4 of Swords, I like this. I feel like you've made your mind up over something. You've got mental clarity about something that's making you feel very stable. Perhaps because you've taken a look at your have you been burnt out lately and I feel like you're really looking after yourself. This is about getting quality sleep. This is about being able to put perspective on things in a much more clearer mind. And that's because we are looking after ourselves a little bit more. You know, we are putting our sleep first, hopefully, anyway. This gives you, as I say, when we're tired, when we're overstressed and overworked, it makes everything else in our life feel absolutely out of control. Things snowball, you over-exaggerate things in your mind. But I love this. This is you feeling quite stable, quite calm. And maybe because, as I say, perhaps you've started to meditate again. Now, I had stopped meditating and then I've gone back to it because I have been a bit of a hermit lately and thought I need to pull myself out of this. Wow, you know, I can't recommend it enough. Now, the Hierophant is how you're sitting at the moment. And I think you're feeling very spiritually aware of what is good for you and what isn't, who is, who isn't. And you're taking a bit more of a different pathway in life here. it's also about deciding to commit to something, or looking at the commitments that you have at the moment, because this is also the card of marriage and very high commitments to something or somebody. Very much the mentor energy, somebody giving advice, but this is somebody who really is top of their game. This isn't just your mate round the corner, you know, who dibble dabbles on something. This is somebody who's very, very high up in what they do, very guru energy again. So maybe you are taking on more of a teaching role and more of a guru, or you're seeking it. Now you're stepping into the hermit energy. I really can't help but think for a lot of you Sagittarius, this is a bit of a spiritual awakening, and I really dislike that saying, because it makes you sound like you're going to have to sit on a mountain with your, you know, although the hermit is on a mountain, to be fair, but you know, you don't have to conjure up that image that people think, oh, I don't want to do that. It's very much, you know, in your everyday life, you can lead a much more spiritual life by, you know, thanking, being gratitude, doing a journal, go on your walks every day, getting out into Mother Nature. Anyway, you're stepping into the hermit. Again, this is a lot of self-reflection going on here. Maybe with the commitment of the Hierophant, and if it is a marriage and you're reconsidering something to do with a high commitment, it's encouraging you to go within, you know, isolate yourself, be that hermit, take some time out. You don't have to tell everybody everything. You know, just keep it to yourself if that's how you feel, until you feel ready to share anything, because the hermit also carries the lantern, and this lantern has the star in it, which is the card of healing. So I love that for you, Sagittarius. Now, the King of Swords is what they'd like you to embrace more of, and this is being very logical about something. This is making decisions based on fact, not on your heart, not on money. This is all about facts of the matter, because this King of Swords for me is my judge of the deck. He takes that side of a story and that side of a story and considers both, and comes out with fair and firm decisions and in a very intelligent, logical manner. So they're like saying, whatever this hermit energy that you're stepping into, don't forget, I want to say, keep your heart out of it. Whatever this you're trying to make your mind up over, just look at it from a logical point of view. Maybe you're going to have to need some more information, some more data on something too. Maybe they were encouraging you to make lists of advantages and disadvantages. But let's have a look. We're going to clarify. You have got two majors here. Let's clarify the Hierophant and see what that's all about, how you're sitting at the moment. Why do we have the Hierophant? Are we taking a different path? Oh my gosh, you've got Judgment. Whatever it is, you've had a bit of a wake-up call to do with this Hierophant energy. I'm not going to say it's not the card of it's now or never, because, you know, it's never, never, because it's up to you. But the Judgment card is giving you a nudge from the universe to say, look, what are you committing to here? And maybe they are wanting you to spread your spiritual energy out across the board to others. And maybe that's how you feel. You're spreading your experiences and knowledge about something, because the Judgment card is about you having a bit of an awakening about a situation. Thinking a bit more outside the box too. Exciting, very exciting. I'd love to carry on that one. Okay, Sagittarius, we're going to have a energy oracle card now for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. We have Man Holding a Heart. So maybe there is somebody who has a great deal of affection for you also, or this could be, if you are a man, you hold a great deal of affection for somebody else here. But I feel like there's somebody around you who really has got your best interests at heart here. Or maybe that's what your level of commitment is to, a man holding a heart. And maybe that could be what your, you know, the judgment call is like, oh, you know, is this going in the right direction? King of Swords encourages you to not hold that heart yourself, yeah, to be logical and look at the facts of the matter and the truth. Anyway, I hope you can resonate with that, Sagittarius. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, especially when the readings are so quick like this, because it does add more content, more messages for you. And thank you as always for watching. I'll see you next week. Okay, we're moving on to Capricorn. Let's timestamp Capricorn. A couple of shuffles first, please, and thank you for Capricorn. What do we have? Oh, Three of Wands, Knight of Cups. Okay. too many. Right, let's start. Three of Wands, Knight of Cups. Let's remember that. Let's see if that comes out in your reading. Okay, Capricorn, what are we at? We are 54, 57. Welcome, Capricorn, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And before I start, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to all of the new subscribers that have joined in the last few days. Nikki Allen was very kind enough to give me a shout out on her channel, one of her videos, which was jaw-dropping and very humbling. So if you've come over from Nikki's channel, I very much appreciate that, and to all of the new subscribers anyway. So please like and share if you enjoy the readings. Okay, Capricorn, look, I'm muffling and we've already got 2 cards out. Your past energy is the 4 of Swords. Your current energy is the Ace of Cups. Your future energy is, oh wow, the 4 of Wands. Love that. You've got 2 4s already and an ace, and 4s is about stability. And what they'd like you to embrace more of is the King of Pentacles. Capricorn, I can't tell you how many times in your midweek and your weekend readings that you get the King of Pentacles. That is definitely your energy set in stone for the time being. Anyway, let's get on with this. 4 of Swords. This is about rest, relaxing and repairing. Maybe for some of you, you're really looking after yourself at the moment in terms of getting good quality sleep, meditating, connecting to the universe to help clear the mind on a matter of some sort, because this is what helps us, you know, put things into perspective. It stops us overthinking when we're feeling a little bit more energized and clear cut in our sleep, if you like. Even maybe, you know, take note to your dreams when we see this card too, and downloads and messages from the universe. Now, the Ace of Cups is how you're sitting at the moment. Oh, I love this. This is something, aces are new offerings, new beginnings, cups, relationships, friendships, matters of the heart. Something that you're doing at the moment feels very rewarding maybe, or somebody around you is giving you a lot of attention, love, or you have that for somebody else. There is something coming in here that is just filling your heart's desires. Absolutely love that. Now, the 4 of Wands is what you're stepping into. 4 of Wands is very much the card of stability. It's also the angel number 1111, knowing that you're on your right path. Now, also, practically speaking, it can be the card of to do with the home life. Maybe for some of you are looking to move to a different location, but it feels very something that you really want to do, because we're sat with the Ace of Cups here. You know, there is, and also people within the home are celebrating, but they're also celebrating your success with a project, maybe also with that, you know, they've got like a banner almost there, like connecting those wands together, really saying you've really brought something together here, Capricorn. Feeling stable, secure, happy home life. Love that. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is very much the card of being very established in what you know and what you do. That's how he gets to the top of his game. Pentacles are our material resources, our money, career, finance. So there's something about, even though you are feeling, I do feel like you're feeling very successful here, it's like, don't lose the momentum. There's still more to be had here. There's still more growth to get even further, higher up the ladder, if you like, financially even. There's very successful. With that 4 of Wands, perhaps some of you, it is about selling your house and making money and being able to have a bigger, better house. The King of Wands, you know, he knows what he's doing. He sticks to what he knows, but he also adds strings to his bow. He adds other bits to what he knows. So it's like there's still major growth to be had here for you, Capricorn. Right, are we going to clarify any of those? No, because they're not majors. Oh, go on then. Let's have a look, because I'm nosy. Let's have a look at that. What should we look at? Ace of Cups. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Let's look at the 4 of Wands for you, Capricorn. Why do we have the 4 of Wands here, please? And thank you. Oh, Lovers. Oh, love that. This is like passionate connections also within the home. And the card of, you know, was to say it's also the card of being on your right path. Maybe some choices that you've been making with this Ace of Cups is really leading you down the success route. As I say, being on the right path, having the stability, because the Lovers is about passionate connections, friendships, relationships, and making very good choices of the heart too. Oh, nothing but positivity here for you, Capricorn. I love that. And again, even if you are looking to move, it just looks like you're doing it with absolute, you know, with a partnership even. You're on the same path here, on the same path as somebody else together. Love that. Right, okay. Energy Oracle card, please. One more for Capricorn. What do we have? The Thinking Man. Doesn't that King of Pentacles look like a thinking man? Because I have to say, the King of Pentacles, he's not the most, what do you call it, spontaneous of energies. He likes his stability. And then you have the Thinking Man too, who's also holding crystal that looks like clear quartz. So yeah, Four of Swords about clear-cut communication, thinking, clear-cut mindset too, because you've rested, relaxed, and repaired. Oh, I'm interested now with this Thinking Man. I just really feel like there's a man around you or a person around you that's going to give you clarity of mind on something, financial perhaps even. King of Pentacles can also be a financial advisor, mortgage advisor. I don't know, however, you know, it resonates for you. But somebody very, very good at, you know, very knowledgeable about finances. And with that Thinking Man, maybe there's some, they want you to embrace getting more advice about something financially. Interesting. Right, let's let me know how that resonates. Do check out your moon and rising signs, especially when the readings are so quick, as they do add more content to your messages. Okay, and I'll see you at the weekend, Capricorn. Thanks so much for watching. Now, Aquarius, we're on to your reading. And still in Aquarius season, I think we are. What date are we at? Yes, we are. Okay, Aquarius, time stamping you at 1:01:37. Welcome, Aquarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading, and happy birthday. We are still in your birthday season. Right, let's get on with this. Now, there is a bonus birthday reading for you. Do check that out in the playlists. And also, before I start the reading, I just want to say a big thank you to the new subscribers that have come over from Nikki Allen's channel, because Nikki Allen was very gracious enough to give me a shout out, which absolutely was jaw-dropping and very humbling. But also to everybody else that's joined the channel also. So very massive thank you to you all. Now, this is a 4-card spread. It's your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of, followed by an oracle card. Okay, that's a really good shuffle for you, Aquarius. And one more. Thank you. Now, your past energy, 2 of Cups. Your present energy, 4 of Cups. What's going on, Aquarius? High Priestess is what you're stepping into. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the 9 of Wands. Okay, 2 of Cups. This is very soulmate connection. Somebody who you're around, who's on the same page as you. This is somebody who there's equal give and take in a relationship. Or maybe because of the cards I'm seeing, perhaps that's what the issue is. You're feeling like somebody's really putting on you. Somebody who you thought would be stepping up at the same rate as you. It doesn't have to be romantic, the 2 of Cups, by the way. This can be a partnership in work, however it resonates, because you're sitting as the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups looks like you're reconsidering something here and thinking, wow, you know what, this just isn't growing. You know, despite all my efforts, my love, my affection, this isn't growing, and maybe it's time to reconsider something. But also what I'll say to this is it can be the card of tarring everything with the same brush. And, you know, are you sitting a bit closed off? Is there something with that 2 of Cups energy that you feel a little bit defensive over too? Because that can make you feel like you're not open to any more offers. What I'll also say is don't write things off for the tiniest reason with this card. Now, the High Priestess is what they'd like you to embrace more of, and this is trusting your intuition about something or somebody. Have you been ignoring the little nudges that you've been getting? Have you been putting your head in the sand about maybe this 2 of Cups energy? And again, like I said, it doesn't have to be a relationship that's passionate. It can be a partnership at work, somebody that you're in business with, somebody who you really just thought they're on the same page as you. And that 4 of Cups energy, I feel like you're reconsidering something now. You do have another cup coming in here, which is the Ace of Cups, but you're very closed off to it. Perhaps because you're thinking, I'm not going down that road again, thanks very much. But this can also, for me, be an apology coming in, that you are not considering at the moment. But the High Priestess says, well, trust your intuition. We'll leave that one up to you. Now, the Nine of Wands is what they want you to embrace more of. The Nine of Wands is you being absolutely exhausted and probably trying to do everything for everybody, keeping all the plates spinning, keeping everybody else happy. But in the meantime, who's the one that's injured here? It's you. Now, of course, they don't want you to embrace more of that. What they want you to embrace more of is setting up some boundaries here and saying no to things, Aquarius, and prioritising what's really important to you at the time. You know, you don't have to do everything for everybody. Wands is often to do with our work, but it can just, you know, whatever the project is for you at the moment, what's the big thing around you? Now, let's just clarify the High Priestess, because I do offer, I do like to clarify the major arcanas. So why do we have the High Priestess here? Please and thank you for Aquarius. So by putting boundaries up, you know, just don't, you know, say no to things. Now, it doesn't mean to say saying no forever. It can be diplomatic. You could say, oh, just not right now, you know, but I will perhaps, if that makes you feel better, in XYZ time, you know, but not just right now. Let's have a look. Three of Swords. Oh, trusting your intuition about something that's could possibly, maybe that's why you're putting your head in the sand, because this is going to be quite a difficult decision, a heartfelt, perhaps heartache and heartbreak involved with this. And again, it doesn't have to be passionate. It can be, again, if you're really committed to a work situation or somebody, a partnership at work, that is going to be hard, especially when you think, you know, oh, you know, you might be upsetting them. It could be a consideration, but you know what? I always say, if that is how you feel and, you know, you think, I can't, they depend on me, however this resonates, then if you leave that situation and they don't get in touch with you anymore, then they're not the friends that you thought they were, or you didn't have that connection in the first place that you thought you had. So anyway, that's only from my personal opinion. Anyway, Aquarius, let's have a look at your Oracle energy cards. And maybe that's why you've got to put boundaries up, you know. Gives you the chance to sit back and have a bit of a rethink on something. Let's have a look. Journey. I love that, Aquarius. Yeah, you're starting a new journey here. This is the rethink, I think. And you can see in this card, it's lovely. It's actually number 2. So it's coming together with somebody else again. This is collaborative, joining forces with something or somebody else. But what you can see with this journey is all of the signs are pointing one way, but she's actually pointing her direction of her body in the other. So it's like you're going against the grain here. And that's not a bad thing either. So I hope you enjoyed that, Aquarius. Let me know how it resonates. Do check out your moon and rising signs, because when the readings are so quick, that does offer a little bit more content and more messages for you. Thanks as always for watching, and hopefully I'll see you at the weekend. Take care, Aquarius. Right, we're now on to Pisces. It's a long one this week. This is probably the longest readings I've done. 108. I missed that. It was 10808, but it's 10814. Well, welcome, Pisces. To your midweek energy check-in reading. That was the 7 of Pentacles, by the way. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And before I start, just want to say a massive, massive thank you to those people that have subscribed, new subscribers over the last 2 or 3 days, because I was very honoured and humbled to hear my name mentioned on Nikki Allen's channel. And I know that a lot of you have come over from her channel. So welcome, and welcome to all the new subscribers, new and old. Thank you for being here. Right, let's get on with this for you, Pisces. And we are nearly in your birthday season. Right, Pisces, your past energy is the Strength card. Your current energy is the 2 of Swords. Your future energy is the Queen of Wands. Yes. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the 5 of Pentacles. Right, Strength card. This is very much the card of doing a little bit of shadow work, Pisces. This is going within, seeing your, opening up a little bit of your vulnerable side. This is what real true strength is always about with the tarot. This is about, you know, taking a mask off, if you like, and really bit of self-reflection going on here, but that's your again, the strength and quality of the strength card. There's something that perhaps you're having to face for the first time in a long time. Maybe something because you've been pushing it under the carpet for a while. It's bubbled up and now it's bubbled over, and now, you know, but you have shown true strength and determination and courage here. Now the Two of Swords is how you're sitting at the moment. It's make your mind up time, Pisces, and I can't believe I just said that because that was actually the title of your reading this week. Yeah, make your mind up time. You're sitting as the Two of Swords. It's like you've got to a Y in the road, and it's now, do I go to that pathway or do I follow that pathway? Bit of indecision going on there. What we always say with the Two of Swords is the reason she has a blindfold in is because she needs to go within still carry on that strength energy and trust your intuition on which way you go. Because you know what I'll say to the Two of Swords? Whichever way you choose will be the right way. It won't be the wrong way because you chose it, you made that decision, and then there's never right or wrong. It's whichever way you decide to go. If that doesn't work, you go the other way. Just don't get mixed up with right and wrong with that Two of Swords. Now the Queen of Wands is what you're embracing. Something, that decision that you're making here is throwing you into this energy of, yes, I can do it. And you're coming alive here, Pisces. It's like a sunflower, as I say, she's got the sunflower in her lap, but it's like you've just sprouted up and you're like, yep, let's bring this on. Let's get this show on the road. This is entrepreneurial. This is having that real sense of get up and go, pizzazz, bringing an energy and raising your vibration so hard that the universe will not be able to ignore you. Having determination, courage, not caring what other people think, going your own way and carving your own path here, Queen of Wands energy. Absolutely love that for you. I was going to say another thing to that, Queen of Wands. Can't remember. Now the Five of Pentacles is what they'd like you to embrace more of. Five of Pentacles, you can see these guys are really struggling. You know, they're going 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. It's cold in the snow. They're not asking for help, despite there being a lovely, beautiful, warm, cozy church there that they can go and take shelter in. This is what they want you to embrace more of, is being open and honest with what you really need help with. Now, Pentacles could be financial too, but it can be about time and energy. You know, what's holding you back? Who is holding you back? What's stopping you from going forward here, Pisces? Embrace more of that energy. And I think that's what you're sitting as with that Two of Swords now, trying to consider what is holding you back. But you suss it out because you're going into the Queen of Wands energy. Being your own boss, not being told what to do anymore. Having your own rules and standards. And just lighting up a room and getting your mojo back. Anyway, let's have a look. Have we got any majors? Yes, we've got a strength card. Let's just clarify the strength card for you. For Pisces. This is, as I said, it's about being just facing some facts and some hard times, you know, but getting through it. Shadow work, mirror work, whatever you want to call it. Let's have a look. What do we have? Four of Pentacles. Yeah. This is about you feeling a little bit closed off to things also. Maybe because you were busy doing the strength work. Because the Four of Pentacles, yes, financially it's about Pentacles. It's about feeling stable, but it's also about not investing anything further than what you need. Staying sat in your energy of, I don't want anything else. This is it. You know, a bit hermit mode as well with this Four of Pentacles going on. Anyway, let's have a look at your energy oracle card to finish the reading. One more for Pisces. That's that one for sure. What do we have? Magician in the mirror. Oh my gosh, how lovely. Mirror work, shadow work, magician. Magician's coming out to play now, Pisces. What's the magician saying? Fake it till you make it. Get in that Queen of Wands energy. Magician has all the you know, the aces up his sleeve. Very confident. Knows that he can do it. So I hope you enjoyed that, Pisces. Let me know how it resonates. And I'll be doing your bonus birthday reading very soon. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too. and have a wonderful week. And thank you, as always, for being here. Take care.